Three of them came here and asked that I work with. That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and we have to vote for at least two. Can vote for three. All right.
We can vote for three. We can vote, I believe we could probably vote. For
Maximum of 3.
We could
So
vote for one. We could vote for none.
I appreciated the comments and the letter that was provided by Bryce. I thought he's someone that came from the Arlington School District, but we probably know Arlington is a big benefit from the BOE program. Obviously, he has no other programs, they send a lot of students there. And then it seemed like you were doing great community work down there in Arlington and around Poughkeepsie, so I appreciated that. He had a dedication and commitment to equity and, embracing all students. That was a message that resonated with me. I also appreciate the comments from Billy. He came to speak to the board. So my inclination is to support him.
Price and.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was well said. I think I would support the 3 that came up, the 5 that are there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm with Austin on that, as well. I also really appreciated, those who came and spoke to us and, about Bryce comment and would definitely support. Golly is also currently the vice president on policies and Rev. Mental is the, so I would also support them.
I am actually in support of the same degree that Jen just stated. I think Bryce brings a lot to the board. I also think Goldie's very active. He's very involved in advocacy and Ralph, as I met him, we working with the Dutchess County School Board, and I think he brings a lot of stuff.
I don't have anything different to say. I agree with what everyone said so far.
Yes, I agree with Aaron and with Jen. I think that Bryce brought a lot to the table. I've enjoyed hearing about his background and what he does. Going over to the parents' lodge, also that just sounds so boys and those three.
Okay. Well, it sounds like between Jen, Aaron, Kate, and Kelly, they're supportive of 3. Charlie, you, and Austin were supportive of Golly and Bryce, and the other 4 that was mentioned were also in support of those 2 plus Ralph. So, and I would support the agreement. I think given that at some point, there would be a consensus for Ralph, Gully, and Bryce. All in favor of those 3? Opposed?
we just need a motion.
I need a motion.
Motion. Second.
All in favor of Gully, Bryce, Ralph?
No record.
That brings us to recognition of visitors. No. I believe we are having we haven't discussed this, but typically we have an opportunity for the end. So. And we are planning to do that again. So there'll be someone will be in touch. Yeah, it's usually related to the candidate speak for about 3 or 4 minutes. And well, last year we did the budget, which is that's 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's
the hearing. Expo is the
for the next one.
5:30.
Yeah, the expo's beforehand, and then there's board we'll have a brief meeting next, what, you know, opportunity for each of the candidates.
Well, I think.
Got a flyer for me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get it. Thank you.
Okay, so. Anybody can come anytime, 5:30. 5:30.
Yeah, well, we're switching budget next.
Yeah, I think it's two things that we learned was switch them and every time that it's kid friendly and student friendly. Like, so I think we lost something.
At the flyer. Gonna follow it together.
BOE member comments, any comments, thoughts? No. Okay. Policy review, do I have a motion?
Second.
Any comments or questions on these 2 second reads? All in favor? Critical agenda items. We haven't had a critical category before. Normally it's consent agenda. These are obviously important, so I know I do have a motion.
Motion.
Any questions or comments? I know Charlie had an email around the appropriation adjustment.
Yeah, Aaron can.
Yeah, sure. So in regards to the appropriation adjustment, my question was really, don't those things usually roll into our fund balance? And if we're doing something different, was there a reason why?
So if you take a look at the budget that was approved in the last meeting, there's just over $2.8 million that was put into the fund balance. So if you remember, we're limited at 4%. So anything more than that, we actually get penalized for. So that 2.8 covers us up to 4%. And then this is money that we have to spend. It's money that comes from when we budget for fuel oil. It's one of the unknown costs that we try to anticipate. We had a warm winter and the cost went down. So we use it for other spending and projects and things like this, but we need approval to transfer the money so we can spend it out of the correct. We do it every year.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Mhm.
And then I also had to comment on something separate. The MOA, I'm really grateful for. I know, having worked in the medical field, that it's really hard to share those licensures, and that was not an easy thing. So I appreciate all of the people that were involved in making that happen and the person who's taking on that agreement as well.
I have a quick, on the MOA. So is that in addition to the float nurse position that we have? That's in addition to, okay.
So sometimes she covers the office by herself in an RN position. So this just pays her that differential for that credential, as opposed to when she's working with an RN that's there, she works in an LPN capacity. So when she's solo and she works as the nurse in the building, she'll get paid that differential. Yep.
Any other questions? All in favor? Aye. And that brings us to adjournment. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All in favor?